I have not seen a network gain this much adoption this early into its life cycle in a very long time. And yes, I'm talking about Rethereum. We have multiple mining software developers adding in support. We have multiple mining pools adding in support, as well as we are getting a bunch of great updates. I'm going to cover them all today. I think the last coin that had this kind of adoption rate was Ironfish, but a lot of that was pre-coordinated and had VC funding. So a fair launch project that is leaning towards GPU mining is amazing to see in this day and age. Let's get into it. First up, SRB Miner had already released a version, but there is an update, and that is going to be version 2.3.5, dropped just 4 days ago by the renowned developer Doctor83. This update is a treasure trove for miners, especially for those into mining Rethereum. Safety first, before we dive in, I do want to always remind everyone to verify your downloads. Check both the Windows versions and the Linux versions with the provided checksums on the GitHub. Let's unravel the goodies in this update now. Topping the list is the added support for the dual mining ETH B3 and Blake 3 Alephium algorithms. And guess what? It caters to both NVIDIA and AMD GPUs. That's broadening the horizons for miners. Unfortunately, still not seeing any Intel support. I hope to see that soon. And goodness doesn't stop there either. If you've been mining with the ETH B3 algorithm, brace yourself for a performance boost. And there's even, on the side note, with Dynex algorithm, a few performance boosts and optimizations to check out as well. So test it out and let me know in the comment section below. Speaking of ETH B3, here's another sweetener. The dev fee, it's been trimmed down to a mere 1%. Definitely a lighter touch on the pocketbook. This is most likely due to a wider adoption of the algorithm by its competitors, or by SRB miner competitors. For our tech enthusiasts and developers, there's a nifty addition. The API now includes a wallet field under the algorithms and pools. A great move for better management and tracking. And as a cherry on top, we have some bug fixes. While they haven't spilled the beans on the specifics, we know how crucial these refinements can be. Now, this is the big one. The latest and greatest release from BZ Miner is version 16.0.2, and trust me, there's a lot to discuss. The developers seem really keen on feedback, so after you hear what's new, let me and them know what you think down in the comment section below. Starting with the version 16.0.2 update, we've got optimizations galore. Algorithms like Rethereum, obviously the big note here, Rethereum plus Radiant and Ergo, even an older one, just to name a few, have been given a boost. For those using the ZIL, Ergo, Radiant, and ETC hash algorithms, as well as some others, the updates got you covered too. And a special mention for our RX 580 users, a potential crash issue has been addressed when mining Rethereum. Taking a step back to version 16.0.1, it was all about Rethereum. Both NVIDIA and AMD users received optimized support, and there was the introduction of Rethereum plus Radiant dual mining. And if we go a tad further back in version 16.0, well, here's where we saw the listing and the support for Rethereum added with a modest 1% dev fee. And that is to undercut, of course, its competitor in SRB Miner, and why you saw the reduction in the SRB Miner dev fee from 2% to 1%. So competition is obviously going to be important here, giving miners more options and better rates. But no update is without its hiccups. Let's touch on some of the known issues. For those on AMD, ensure your OpenCL driver is updated to version 21.50.2 or higher. If you have NVIDIA, you might want to update your drivers as well, especially if you're having trouble with Nexa or seeing wrong clock frequencies. A quick heads up for Kapow users on this one before we move on. There seems to be an issue with AMD cards, but worry not, the developers are working on it. And one more bug that you should be aware of is solo mining Ironfish. The improved hash rate has not been supported as of now, but hopefully it's on the roadmap for a future update. And then let's jump into the latest release from Rigel, version 1.7.1. The shining star in this release, you guessed it, the addition of Rethereum mining support. For those who've been tracking the skies, I mean the mining scene, you'd be thrilled with the new Rethereum plus Radiant addition in this particular one, even adding Rethereum plus Radiant plus Zilica mining support. And for the tech aficionados out there, dive right into the dual Rethereum Radiant Bash script or the BAT script as well, depending on if you're on Windows or Linux, to get the full lowdown on how to configure it. With just one commit to the main since this release, it's clear that Rigel is focusing on adding support for Rethereum. Everybody is hopping on board for this particular coin when it comes to mining. And that is because we also have an exciting update from Rethereum, which is version 1.12. I talked about this earlier in the week. This is also known as the Belden release. Starting off with a monumental milestone, the first ever on-chain update for the Rethereum network. This update isn't just about patching things up, it's about revolutionizing the network. The pesky Uncle Maker bug that was brought to everyone's attention by IoT API has been squashed, plus a plethora of general improvements to enhance your Rethereum experience. And for those who crave efficiency, a light sync mode has been introduced. Simply use the sync mode equals light command and you're good to go. I would recommend, if you have the extra hard drive space, to fully sync your nodes still. In this Belden update, there's a significant fix addressing the Uncle Maker vulnerability, elevating the security of the network. Excitingly, light and snap syncing have been activated with the default mode now set as snap, streamlining synchronization tasks. Both transaction signing and ETH get proof have undergone optimization to boost their performance, making transactions smoother. In the realm of ETH B3, the Ice Age bomb has been removed, ensuring the stability of mining, obviously getting rid of that pesky increase in difficulty that has been present in other ETH forks. For those utilizing Rethereum on Windows, there's been a transition from the npipe package to the more reliable WinIO package. The update doesn't stop there either. For those keen on network enhancements, IPv6 support has been incorporated, and there's a new structural change. Peer pings now operate in their separate coroutine. Diving into consensus dynamics, there's a fresh introduction of uncle rewards set at 0.1 RTH for each uncle. Furthermore, as far as tokenomics go, to keep the ecosystem's economic balance, the reward decrease timing has been adjusted to take place every 3 years, then 2 years, followed by another 3-year interval, optimizing reward distribution. If you would like me to dive deeper into the tokenomics of Rethereum, please let me know in the comments section below. The Belden release marks a significant stride for Rethereum, and I'm excited to see where this leads, especially because we are very early in this particular project. And a big note here as well, we have added mining pool support from Viper.net. Yes, thanks to them squashing the Uncle Maker bug, IoT API has added support on Viper.net for Rethereum mining. This is extremely important because Viper.net is one of the best mining pools out there right now, with an ease of being able to identify the best stratum for you to connect to when you go to the website, to having some of the best redundancy in the mining pool game. And no, I am not paid to tell you guys that. That is purely an objective opinion, as I have been in this scene working with pools, etc. for a very long time. I am very impressed by Viper.net. So if you're looking for a good place to mine Rethereum, definitely check them out. And if their pings are looking pretty good for your particular location, consider moving over there. Of course, the best way to get the most rewards and reduce the amount of fees that are getting pinged from your miners, it is always best to learn to build your own node. And for Rethereum, it's pretty simple because it is built on the Go platform. Tons of open source pool software, node software, etc. running around on GitHub if you need to get that set up yourself. So overall, what do I think of Rethereum? Like I said, some of the biggest things here is the support from BZ Miner right off the snap, as well as Viper.net. BZ Miner kind of being the big glaring one here, I think, for me, because we didn't even see BZ Miner support for the Dynex algorithm. So when you're looking at these projects and who's throwing kind of support behind them, seeing BZ Miner add support is pretty impressive. Also, seeing the community be listened to and these updates taking place, adjusting not only the uncle rewards, but also squashing the issue, of course, with the Uncle Maker bugs. It's very impressive where they are headed in the future. Already with a strong start, modifying the algorithm to ETH B3, as well as already having planned support for bridging over to the Polygon network. Once again, be careful when staking anything in liquidity pools, because that is usually where scams happen on ETH hash coins, just as another secondary note. Other than that, obviously support for Polygon bridging is a pretty significant move forward on their roadmap in the future. Let me know what you guys think of Rethereum. Is this project looking promising to you? Down in the comment section below. Of course, the price has taken a pretty big dive by about 43%. It's important to note this because moving forward, it will be important as to whether home miners can be sustainable on a GPU mining algorithm. And I think that will bring a lot of adoption to any particular network, as it's been an unserviced area in mining since the merge of Ethereum. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe, and notification bells down below. Don't forget you can join me over at sonofatech.locals.com and become a supporter for my daily moves. If you'd like a free month over there, you can get that by also taking a look at my crypto mining e-course at sonofatech.com, which includes a free month of supporter status on Locals. I will see you next Tuesday.